Listen up. Are you nervous about starting the potty learning journey for your child or frustrated with how it's going? I was there too. This video gives you a sneak into how we potty trained our son Ryan. Unsure about signs of readiness? Make sure to grab my free handout via a link in the caption. I'm Dr. Mona, a board-certified pediatrician and mom, and here at PedsDocTalk, I help parents make sense of all of the parenting and child health and development information out there so you can mindfully make the best choices for your child. Make sure to subscribe to PedsDocTalk TV, where we have big plans in store for 2023. On this video, I'm going over our toddler Ryan's potty learning journey. And stay tuned for 5 mistakes we made that I do not want you to make. You're not going to want to miss those. We potty trained our son when he was 31 months old. Interestingly, I thought of training him back when he was 27 months when my parents were visiting to have the extra help. But we had a lot going on with IVF, so we held off. And can I tell you, I'm happy that we waited. He just wasn't as ready then as he was now. And frankly, we weren't ready. You can potty train your child before they're ready, but it may take longer, and you're more likely to be successful when they're developmentally ready. When researching methods, I asked my mom, who potty trained me and my sister, and I asked a friend who recently potty trained her son. I kind of wanted to experience the ups and downs of potty training with my own understanding of child development and create my own method, if you will. And can I tell you, it just made me have so much appreciation and knowledge to help others. When starting to train, it's a good idea to be home or close to your home toilet for the first 3 days to establish a potty routine and consistency of the training. However, don't feel pressured in reaching end goals in 3 days. That pressure will backfire. We also thought that we would do the 3-day method and started out and realized that we were approaching the 3 days and pressure was building for him and me to get this done. So number 1 mistake I don't want you to do is to create pressure in this process. Pressure will backfire. Also remove expectation that this has to happen in a certain time frame or by a certain age. Because when you're trying to meet a deadline, you're going to lay on pressure, even if it's subconsciously to your child. And I'm telling you now, they will not be in diapers forever. Let go of the pressure. Also, bonus tip, you have to be ready to potty teach. If you're not mentally ready, push it off until you are. You can't predict life's curveballs, but try not to potty teach within 1 month of a huge event, like going to school for the first time ever, a baby coming, vacations, new house guests staying over, or moving. Similar to any teaching we do, including independent sleep teaching, we need consistency and we need routine for them to learn. And again, make sure to grab my free handout here to find that sweet spot to start using your child's signs of readiness to potty learn. Here are the signs Ryan was ready. He was interested in the concept of the toilet and pottying. He was squatting or grunting in a corner to go poop. He was not having bowel movements overnight. He was having longer periods of having dry diapers during the day, showing that he could hold his urine. Ideal is 2 hours. He was also able to pull down loose-fitting clothing, which is an important aspect of being able to use the toilet. Next, we got our gear. And you're going to want to stay till the very end of this list to hear the biggest game changer from a pediatrician mom. You have to have a support system and the mindset going in. This is a time-intensive process, especially in the first few days, and you need your support and mindset. And remember that it's a process, not a time goal, and there will be accidents. Make sure to have potty learning books, and you can check out my Amazon page for our favorites. Underwear. I bought over 20, anticipating a lot of accidents, and in characters he loves. Excavators, Thomas the Train, Blippi. Let them help you pick it out so they have some control over this process. A step stool, which will come in handy even if you use a toddler toilet seat on the floor, because they can get on the step stool to dump the contents of their toilet into the big toilet and flush and also wash their hands. A potty seat for the toilet and a toddler potty in both bathrooms in our house. We had both because it allowed power of choice and autonomy. So he would feel less pressured. He is using the potty, but he got to decide which one he's using. A on-the-go potty. We used the Oxotot one, which was amazing. Thank you, Bye Bye Baby, for sending that to us with the potty refill bags. Chucks or puppy pads for your couch. They're going to be naked waist down to start off potty training, and it's useful to have these puppy pads so that you can place them on the couch in case they have accidents. Cleaning supplies for accidents, including a waterproof mattress cover. We didn't use a cover and just used towels to clean up any accidents. Rewards if you're doing a reward system. Now, we did M&Ms with a sticker chart for an excavator toy. for when he went back to school, for when he stayed dry. But verbal praise can be enough. But I found that for some kids, including our son Ryaan, a reward system can help get the ball rolling, and then we have to phase it out as soon as possible, especially if you're using candies. Alternatives to candy would be a treasure chest with new toys. They can grab that when they use the toilet if you want to avoid added sugar. Bubbles for if they're resistant to pooping on the toilet. This can actually help them relax, especially their pelvic floor. And the number one thing from this pediatrician mom was prune juice and a high fiber diet, lentils, fruits, and veggies, especially when starting out. Prune juice was a game changer. So many kids fear using the toilet to poop because it hurts, and prune juice helped keep it soft and regular. We did 4 ounces every morning for the first week of training until he was stooling consistently in the toilet, and then we phased it out. For prepping, we had prepped Ryaan for potty learning by reading books, talking about what's going to happen, and building up excitement. Are you excited to use the potty? Mommy and daddy use the potty too. And we kept an open door policy when we used the bathroom so he can see that adults do this as well. We also have a dog and would remind Ryaan that Shiloh poops and pees outside and Ryaan poops and pees in the toilet, planting the seed of where we want this to happen. For more prep tips that can be done as soon as they're walking independently, make sure to sign up for my newsletter for upcoming potty learning workshops. Day 1 was 2.5 weeks before Ryaan started school. He had already been in school, so we felt comfortable trying this new skill. Ryaan was done with summer camp, and school wasn't going to be for another 2.5 weeks, so we knew it was a great time, and he was showing signs of readiness, and I was working from home, and my husband was doing shift work to help with the training. He woke up from sleep, and he had a wet diaper, and we started off naked from the waist down. He was shocked, and he cried even though we prepped him because he wanted a diaper, and we just redirected him with his routine. We went about our normal routine, gave him prune juice to start the day like I mentioned. Since it was the early stages, we set a timer every hour and explained that if he peed or pooped in the toilet, that he would get a special surprise. By 10 a.m., he had one accident on the floor, a pee accident, and he didn't like the feeling. I said, "Oh, you peed. That didn't feel too good. Pee goes in the toilet. We'll try again later." No punishment with accidents. By 10:30, he peed in the toilet and got his first taste of his reward, and he was so happy. He was a little too happy that he kept tinkling little bits to keep getting the reward. Smart kiddo. Which brings me to mistake number 2 I do not want you to make. If doing a reward system like candy, make sure to continue to use positive reinforcement verbally, as this is more of a long-term thing and important. For more on phasing out reward systems, if you decide to use it, and phrases to use when you're verbally praising, make sure to sign up for my newsletter for upcoming potty learning workshops. The first couple days when learning about the concept of initiating, we set the timer on our Google Home for every hour to try using the toilet. We combine this with a self-initiation model. If he went, we reset the timer, and this got phased out as he initiated more. I like to stay away from time voiding as much as possible, as this can be stressful to them. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Do you have to go? That can create some pressure. Try to build the pooping into your routine. Use the toilet before and after transitional activities like going outside or going to sleep or after eating, as that's when poop is more likely. This can also make it seem like a routine versus pressure. You can also notice your child's poop rhythm to see the best time. For naps, we had him use the bathroom before the nap and put him in a pull-up. When he woke up, we would continue our routine of using the bathroom right after he woke up and before snack time. For more on naps and bedtime training and my personal opinions on this, make sure to sign up for that newsletter for upcoming potty learning workshops. By the afternoon, he realized that he had the urge to pee and told us before he wet himself. Yay! Self-initiation on day 1, which was huge. We continued rewards, 1 M&M for pee and 2 for poop, and only gave it if he asked for it in an attempt to wean off the treats. By the end of the day, he had poops and pee in the toilet and 1 pee accident, like I mentioned in the morning. He went to bed in pull-ups. Stay tuned because sometimes your child may start off strong and then reality sets in later that they have to do something new, which is what we call a honeymoon period, which is so common in children. On day 2, we continued the same routine. He woke up. He was a little hesitant still to be naked from the waist down. He got over it. We gave him prune juice in the morning. We used his cues predominantly with a visual timer also to try. And he did great with urine with initiation, so we phased out the timers. We maintained a low pressure situation and he had 1 pee accident this day. He kept asking for sugary treats, so we wanted to wean this off. So we transitioned the enticing reward to something more like an activity and did like screen time for 10 minutes or scooter ride for pooping. And this was only given if he had asked and if he had done a full release, not tinkles. If he tinkled, we said, hey, really great job. Let's try again later, relax our body, and pee or poop everything out. On day 2, he had a lot of success and had 1 pee accident. Day 3 was the same, and we weaned off the candy. Yay! We also wanted to encourage the idea of bathroom-related activities now that he was understanding where we go. So we had him flush the toilet by having him step up on the step stool, and he even enjoyed spraying the air spray, the air freshener, after. Again, a non-sugary reward, but they kind of love it. We also only were fully cue-driven and routine-driven, no timers. When he showed signs and before and after transitional activities and meals, that is when we used the potty. On day 4, we added undies on. And in retrospect, we got too excited and this was too early. Mistake number 3, highly suggest working from peeing and pooping naked, transitioning to wearing clothes without underwear or commando, and then going to an underwear. The underwear likely felt like a diaper and he would have accidents in it because it was tight like a diaper. In retrospect, I would have waited at least 2 full days of no accidents before adding on shorts without underwear. Day 4 was the biggest regression. He started pooping his undies. He also had a lot of accidents than the previous days, 3 urine accidents and a poop accident. So the concept of undies just wasn't working for him yet. We also had someone new come into the home to help nanny since I was working from home. And mistake number 4, try to keep some resemblance of a routine of people and places in those early days. When he had accidents, we would say things like, tell mommy if you need to use the potty. Keep undies dry. Great job. And I would show him what dry and wet felt like. Great job when he did go to the toilet. A lot of verbal praise. If he had an accident, we had him help us clean it up without frustration. By the end of the day, he developed a fear of pooping. Crying when he had to go, waving his hands, no poo-poo. We realized he was having pressure and there was some regression happening in the process. Day 5, the pressure continued. No poopy. He was peeing okay, but terrified to poop. Mistake number 5 we made is putting too much pressure on him in the undies and on a time frame. Pressure by asking him to tell us over and over and reminding him over and over. We just really let it go, cue-driven, and said, hey, want to try using the toilet? No? Okay, no problem. There was no taking him to the bathroom. It was on him. This was really helpful. We went back to naked, the waist down, to reset everything. Listen, pooping is harder, no pun intended, and can be scary to them even when they were fine. If your child is struggling to poop on the toilet or pooping only in a pull-up that they get at the end of the day or nap time, make sure to sign up for my newsletter for upcoming workshops on potty learning where I discuss troubleshooting tips. On day 5, using the bathroom before bedtime, I had a pep talk with him when he was crying using the toilet. I got down to his level and reminded him that he's doing amazing and used the phrase, let's try again in the morning, to instill that it's okay and we will try again. He continued to repeat that phrase, I'll try again in the morning, as his mantra of he got this and he will try again without pressure. I also reduced my stress and pressure and let it go. He will learn, and it's okay he didn't learn in 5 days or 3 days. Day 6 and beyond, we continued our morning routine and took the pressure off. We backtracked and kept him naked, waist down, and he continued to pee and poop in the toilet. If we went out, we put him in just shorts, no undies, so that he didn't get used to the tightness and comfort of the undies, feeling like a diaper. He had 1 poop accident in his pants on an outing. Listen, accidents happen, so get ready for laundry. It's normal. The next 5 days, we had 2 days of no accidents, being naked the waist down. We moved to wearing loose shorts, but without underwear at home, a lot of verbal praise, and some scooter rides or screen time for pooping in the toilet, only if he asked for it. We also did take him to swim classes, birthday parties, and outings. We had him use the travel potty, the Oxotot one, in our trunk of our SUV, or public restrooms, and did use verbal praise for that. For outings, we took him commando with extra clothes for accidents. Once he had no accidents in loose shorts with no undies for 2 days, we added back the undies on day 10. With undies on, he still needed a reminder, but was self-initiating. He finally got it. 2 weeks after we started, he was reaching some major potty learning goals. He was initiating, having no accidents, wearing undies and clothes inside and outside the home, and using toilets in our house, including toilets at swim class and on outings. He was also only using pull-ups at night, which is developmentally appropriate for this age. He went to school and we encouraged him with a sticker chart. He had accidents at school for the first week, which is normal and expected, but the teachers got him trained there because he'd already had the basics at home. Week 2 of school, he stayed dry and clean. We gave him a sticker on a sticker chart every day he came home with the same undies that I sent him in. And if he had 5 stickers, he got an excavator. For my go-to daycare and school tips for the newly potty taught child, make sure to sign up for my newsletter for upcoming workshops on potty learning, where I discuss troubleshooting tips. His last accident was on August 23rd at school, and since then, he is potty trained. We are so proud of him and proud of us for pivoting and realizing what wasn't working and what was. If you are looking for tips on sample potty routines and my potty learning pillars, pooping resistance, handling constipation during potty learning, which is a reality, fear of sounds in the bathroom or in public restrooms, nap time and bedtime training, preschool and childcare with the newly potty trained child, regressions in training, and key phrases to tell your child and yourself in the potty learning journey and to control your mindset during the process, I have got you covered since I've been there. Make sure to sign up for my email list, link in the caption, for upcoming workshops. If you're watching this in October of 2020, I have a live workshop on October 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching this after the date, don't worry, I got some resources planned for you, so still sign up for my email list. Potty training is in fact potty learning. It is a process, and there will be some steps forward and some perceived steps backwards, but it's part of the process. Let go of the pressure for you and for them and come up with a strategy that works for your family. Thank you for joining me today. Can't wait to share what we have in store for 2023 here on PedsDocTalk TV. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a moment, and welcome to our community.